By chance, he discovered that the wealthy woman was blissfully kissing his suit. Upon seeing this, the man's lips curled into a slight smile. He instantly realized the wealthy woman's feelings for him and fantasized that he could at least avoid struggling for several decades in the future. However, the man never dreamed that all of this was a carefully laid trap by his wife. It turned out that just a few days earlier, the woman had chosen the oldest and ugliest nanny from among the many applicants. The nanny had assumed the woman had done so to prevent younger, more attractive women from harboring ill intentions toward the male homeowner. Little did she know that the woman's true motive left her speechless. To seduce my husband. It turned out that the woman had already discovered her husband's infidelity. If she hadn't found out that the gifts the scoundrel had bought her over the years were all counterfeit, and that at least 25 million yuan of their marital assets had been transferred, she might still have naively believed that the scoundrel would never betray her. Looking at the young girl being deceived by the scoundrel, the woman chose not to expose the truth, as she needed to maintain her image as a devoted wife and mother, lulling her husband into a false sense of security while she devised a plan to recover the transferred assets and force the scoundrel to leave with nothing. That's why she ultimately chose the nanny as her partner. Just as the maid was about to leave, the woman, who had already investigated everything, called her back and promised that if she would help her get her husband to return the 25 million he had swallowed, she would give the maid a large sum of money to save her sick child who was hospitalized. The maid finally agreed, and after some training, she had basically adapted to the role of a wealthy woman. So the woman brought her back home. The man pulled his wife aside and asked her why she had brought a stranger home. The wife told the man that the woman was her childhood neighbor, who had recently divorced and was staying there temporarily for a few days. Back then, her family was poor, so they hadn't kept in touch much. Now, for some reason, she had suddenly become wealthy in the past 2 years and was said to have even bought a private jet. The man pretended to reluctantly bring the wealthy woman water, while she deliberately flaunted her expensive watch worth $3 million. As the woman kept showing off her wealth, the man smiled meaningfully, unaware that his wife had already anticipated he would fall for it. The next morning, the woman lied that she had an urgent matter and couldn't accompany the wealthy woman shopping or to the movies. The wealthy woman pouted and looked displeased. The woman then suggested that the scoundrel accompany the wealthy woman for the day. The scoundrel hesitated, but seeing the wealthy woman's haughty demeanor, he eventually pretended not to care and agreed. After the movie, the scoundrel sweet-talked her. The rich woman looked adorable as she dozed off. Upon hearing this, the rich woman shuddered in disgust. The scoundrel, mistaking her reaction for feeling cold, politely draped his suit jacket over her.